everybody. I'm Suzanne Thibault.
I'm Kitty Keo.
And welcome to Let's Talk with Lars Sudbury. Kitty, how are you this morning?
I'm fine now.
All right. Are you excited to be here on our second episode?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this morning, everybody, we're going to have our special guest, Father John Meehan, the president of the University of Sudbury, here with us. And if I look behind me, that's our technical wizard, Daryl Marsh. So we're really hoping that technology comes through for us today.
He's there.
Oh, and there he is! Like a vision behind us. Good morning, Father. How are you today?
You're going to come over here.
Oh, we're going to come over here. Showbiz.
Come sit over here.
Okay.
Come here, Kitty.
Kitty.
And he'll see you in the...
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Father. How are you this morning?
Good. I see you have company there.
We do. We have Chewy, the resident dog. And Kitty here.
Hi.
Hi, Kitty. How are you?
Father.
I hear you have some good questions for me today, Kitty.
Yes, I do.
So, Father John, welcome. We're so happy to have you here on Let's Talk with Lars Sudbury.
Okay.
We just wanted our first question for you, John, is how are you managing the new norm in this pandemic that we're living?
Well, that's a good question. I find that, like a lot of people, I have a lot more time, or it's different times. So I find that I have to get a new routine and a new schedule.
Right. Amazing. Good for her.
Study time, work time, quiet time. I think that otherwise the days go by and you could spend the whole day on the internet. And, there's a lot of good stuff on the internet, but there's, of course, there's a lot of stuff that's not so great. And also a lot of everything's COVID, right? And so,
yes.
Although it's very important, I find that I have to kind of limit my news intake.
And that's, that's a wise thing to do.
So I would say I manage really by keeping balance, mind, body, spirit. Make sure you're nourishing all of those. And to nourish my mind, I guess while I'm still working, I've got lots of Zoom meetings. I'm reading more. Body, I try to get my 10,000 steps a day. So I walk every day, a couple of long walks, and the weather's getting nicer. Yeah. And then to nourish my spirit, of course, there's time for prayer and a lot of time for reflection, and that's what I'm doing. So it's balance and kind of organizing your time.
For you now, could you just take a moment and tell us who you are and your role at the university? And we know that you are a Jesuit priest. In our minds, we have viewers all across the world. People. I'm expecting the fan mail to come in for Kitty any moment now.
I know you have a pretty big fan club.
Yeah, Kitty's pretty popular. Yes. She brings a lot of joy.
And art too.
And art, yes. And we're going to touch on that a bit later.
Yeah.
I remember Lars and Kitty from my installation when I became president last fall. So yes, my name is John Meehan. I'm a Jesuit priest, and I'm also the president of the University of Sudbury. I'm a historian, professor, and I actually spent time at L'Arche many years ago in France when I was in my early 20s, and that's kind of where I found my vocation. And L'Arche has always been a big part of my life. So I'm so glad to be in Sudbury because there's a L'Arche community here. So I'm reconnecting with L'Arche through Sudbury, and that's been a great blessing to me.
Wonderful.
I'm Bridgie from Nova Scotia, and I emailed this link to my parents, so they might be watching too. I don't know.
Hello in Nova Scotia. So that's really wonderful, and we've had some connection now, the L'Arche community and the University of Sudbury. Do you want to maybe share some of the collaborations that we've done thus far?
Oh yeah, we're so grateful to have this friendship with L'Arche Sudbury. So, like I said, you showed up at my installation. Some of you come to our services, our masses. I really like the fact you came for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that, Kitty?
Yeah. Pizza.
And I remember you handed out chocolates and hearts and gave people hugs.
Yeah.
And at one point, you turned on some music and started dancing.
Yeah. Woo!
We're pretty well known for spontaneous dance parties.
Parties there.
And that was during the February blahs, when people start to feel a little bit sad at the weather and everything. And I got emails the next day saying that was the most joy they have experienced in our place.
Oh, it's so good.
That is awesome.
So thank you for bringing joy. And then we had another collaboration, which unfortunately got canceled due to COVID, but you were supposed to come around this time during another stressful time, exam period, to lead our students and staff in laughing yoga.
Oh,
that's right.
We did yoga on there.
So
it's wonderful.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's too bad that got canceled or postponed. And when we reopen, we really want to do the laughing yoga.
Yeah.
And we're hoping at more collaboration, maybe something along the lines of providing food to our students and staff. We have a little cafe that we'd love to have. Whenever you come to University of Sudbury, you really make people happier.
Happy and hearty.
They're always happy to see you.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. We know that Kitty, you alone have such a gift of joy and welcome, and you have such a lovely spirit, and you engage people. You call them in to celebrate in the moment.
Excited.
Right, within themselves and with us. There you are, Kitty, right there.
Oh, there.
So,
the other collaboration that I want to thank you for is collaboration with the Villa Loyola, because as a Jesuit, that's the Jesuit retreat house. That's where I live, and that's where I first met you. You were here for meetings, and all the staff at the Villa Loyola and the Jesuits here say it's so nice whenever you come. You bring so much joy with you.
And enjoy.
So, we love hearing you sing.
well, we do love to break out into song, don't we, Kitty?
Yeah, we're all chuckles and out.
We're chuckles and songs and dancing. And we do. This year may be our first year in many years that we will probably not have our community weekend out at the Villa, where we usually have our annual community. So
we'll have you back for something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Now, Father, we wanted to know, we know that there may be students still on campus that got caught in the COVID situation. How is life on campus? We heard that because there were students there was a food drive done to make sure that their needs were met. Can you tell us about that?
Well, although all the courses have moved online, they moved online quite quickly because, the campus is basically shut down. But the courses continue, exams continue. There were some students in our residence who couldn't leave. Like, they had no place to go. So most of the students left, but we had about 30 who couldn't go anywhere. They're mainly international students. They didn't have many family or friends here. So they were kind of stuck in residence with no place to go, and their flights back home were canceled.
Right.
And now we're down to about 20 or so. So I thought, well, that's too bad. What are we going to do for these students? So I asked for help. And I'm just amazed how many generous people there are in Sudbury who came out and helped. Our professors, our board members, the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus reached out to inner city homes, and they dropped off 800 pounds of food.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's amazing.
800.
That's good.
Yeah, and not only that, they call every week to say that they're making commitment to do this every week.
That's wonderful.
All in the world.
Yay.
And I just came from university, and I saw we have many fridges in the kitchen, and one fridge was full of carrots, the next fridge was full of bread, the next fridge was full of milk. So these students have everything they need, and they're so appreciative.
In their body.
And then the other group that helped was Regency Bakery. That's one of the Italian bakeries in Sudbury. They donated all these frozen Italian meals. Nice. And the students said they said this is like eating gourmet food.
Yeah,
so
it's good food.
I'm so happy
from ramen and KD.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have that too. They donate a lot of pasta.
Yeah.
But one student, what she said really moved me. She said, now that this is taken care of, we can focus on our studies, we can focus on getting our exams done. And when it's over, and if we can go home to our families, and if we have loved ones who are elderly, I'm not worried about infecting them. And she started crying. She said, "This, you don't know how much this has helped us."
Yeah.
That's
That's
really
right.
heartening to hear. That's beautiful.
So it's all about helping each other, and I'm so, like I've said, I'm very grateful that we have generous people in our community who are helping beyond what I ever expected.
That's amazing. Another thing that we wanted to ask, Father, is, whether you're a student or whether you're a community member, a large member, a senior, a young mom with kids. I think globally, people are experiencing fear and anxiety that may be new to them. And people are grappling with it. Do you have any recommendations for coping with that fear and anxiety?
I do, and something I recommend to students all the time, and that is to make 2 lists.
Okay.
And so on the first list, you write down all those things or activities that bring you life and joy, whether it's nature or talking with friends or family, or going for a walk, or being in nature, or prayer, meditation, whatever. Everybody's different. Yeah. So write down on the first list all those things that bring you joy and life.
That's good.
And then on the second list, write down all those things that kind of suck the life out of you. Fear, anxiety, being stuck in traffic, waiting in line, noise. Each one of us has those things. So make 2 lists. And then, as much as possible, each day, do things on that first list.
Yeah.
Because that will help you deal with everything on the second list. And it's amazing how this can really help you. Yeah. Because days can go by. Again, we're stuck on the internet, or we're watching Netflix, and we realize, oh, I didn't even go outside. Mm-hmm. Or I didn't even pick up the phone and call somebody. It's very easy to help people in this crisis. Pick up the phone and call someone, especially a loved one or someone who might be shut in a nursing home. Yeah. I mean, the situation in nursing homes is so terrible, many of them. So that's a very easy thing we can do. And to remember, when I go outside every day for my walk, I realize, yes, there's a lot of fear and anxiety, but nature goes on. Yeah. Spring is happening. Yeah. The birds are coming back. Yeah. They're singing. The ice is melting on the lake next to our place. And I think that we really have to limit our media intake. We have to, I'm a news junkie, but I've cut it down to 20 minutes a day. We have to have information. Just get the information you need about this crisis and then turn it off, because the world is happening, life is happening, nature goes on. And I think the more we're connected, nature is on its own rhythm, and it's on God's time. And whenever this virus ends, that's also on God's time.
Yes, sir.
And so I realize there's a lot of suffering now. People who have lost loved ones, people who have lost their job, people who are afraid of their future, of their companies. There's a lot of stress and anxiety. And I would say, as much as possible, nourish your spirit, take care of your mental health. If call a loved one, call your loved ones. And if you need counseling or help, there are resources online and people you can phone. But right now, mental health and nourishing your spirit are really priorities more than ever. And in a time like this, where, as you say, there's a lot of fear and anxiety. So nourish your spirits, whatever it takes to do those things on that first list, because that's what's going to get us through this crisis together. And reach out. Yeah, we're not alone. Even for people who might be alone in their apartments, get out on your balcony if you have a balcony, or pick up the phone and call someone, because we're all in this together. Right, Kitty?
Yeah, my uncle lost his job.
See, so this is affecting everybody.
Yeah.
His wife. It's affecting millions.
Yeah, world.
Father, those 2 lists are such an amazing, tangible thing to take away from this.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and here, in the home, we really try to live in joy every day. We there's still routine to do, and there's still the cooking and the cleaning and the walk by or drive by our home on Roy Street. You can often find us outside on the patio having a dance party. You can see our posters that we've painted and put up around the home. And we have families going by saying, "You're on our scavenger hunt." So families are going on neighborhood scavenger hunts, and they say, "We need to find the house of joy, the house of hope."
That's right.
And you know, a phone call, anybody can feel free to call us here in the large homes. We're happy to sing you a song, tell you a joke. You know, we're always
great.
up for some fun time.
I guess two other things that I've been doing to give me hope and joy. One is appreciating the simple things in life. You know, usually I'm very busy being, you know, with my job, but now that I've got more time to get out in nature, I notice the birds. I notice life happening around me in a way I didn't before. And then the second thing is there are a lot of great things online to give us hope. One thing I've really enjoyed Pope Francis' homilies during Lent and Easter, and other people who are hopeful people and who are trying to find meaning in what's happened. Because I think people look at, I mean, in many ways, our world seems to be crumbling. The economy, you know, businesses, everybody's life has been turned upside down.
Yeah, true.
And so we need to stop and think, well, what is important in my life? And yes, our jobs are important, and I hope that you know, that the economy picks up again. And my priorities are in life. And when you come down to it, it's family, friends, and faith, and you know, it's relationships.
Yeah, and Kitty also said hope.
Hope and peace and love and joy.
Yeah. So, Kitty, you had a question for Father John because we know he loves music. What was your question for him?
What's your favorite song?
Well, you're right, Kitty. I'm a musician. You know what? Lately, I've been humming when I go for my walks a lot of East Coast tunes from Nova Scotia. And like from the Rankin family.
Okay.
And some of these are online, and I find they're really cheering me up.
Yeah.
So Scottish music, Irish music, you know, a jig, fiddle tunes. You know, there's a new song, I guess it was inspired by the Premier of Nova Scotia. He said, "Stay the Blazes home."
Yeah.
And if you've heard,
home.
and I want to say that to all of your viewers, stay the Blazes home.
Yeah.
If it helps, sing that song to yourself. And it's kind of a happy, upbeat song. So anything Scottish or Irish seems to be helping me right now.
That's wonderful.
Saying, Father.
Yes. So we're going to play that song later and have a jig on the front porch.
Yes,
That's what we're going to do.
Woo!
Now, Father, I'm sure you know our Kitty has many talents. One of them that we can't get enough of is her detailed, intricate drawings and paintings. So Kitty has made an original piece that she would love for you to hang at the university to share with the students. And there's so much joy and color.
Nice.
This, you know, there's
That's
so
beautiful.
much going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it this way, Kitty, and we'll turn towards the computer over here.
There you go.
So this really is full of joy and hope and life and color and movement. So
Artwork.
it's her special artwork. So as our special guest today, we would love to gift you this, and perhaps you could hang it and share it with the students and the faculty at the university.
College.
I would be honored to, and I'll share it with the other Jesuits too, and all the students. And is there any explanation that goes with that, Kitty? Do you know
the color in the scenes?
The color in the scenes.
Okay.
Is there a story to that picture that you drew?
Oh, it's like your family inside, and
It's about family
and love and joy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today. So that really fits.
Color
Kitty,
inside.
thank you so much. That's a
You're
wonderful
welcome.
gift.
So, Father, we just want to thank you for taking time. And before we say goodbye, is there just a message of hope that you'd like to share?
Yes.
My message is that life, we will get through this.
Yes.
We will get through this. This is not forever. And take this time to spend quality times with your loved ones.
And
your
young
family,
ones.
your friends, the people who are important to you in your life. If they're not with you physically, pick up the phone,
And call.
get on FaceTime, and spend time with others. Because with the self-isolation, it can get lonely.
Yeah.
And think of our healthcare workers and our frontline workers, and especially the elderly who are in nursing homes.
Mhm.
And although we can't go see them physically,
No.
we can pick up the phone, and they're waiting for our call. They're waiting to talk to somebody else. So
Yeah.
it's these little things we can do, and like this program this morning that we're doing together. These little things we can do that can really touch people's lives and hearts and turn them on.
Thank you,
So
Father.
I call that the kitty principle.
I call it school teacher.
What do you call it, Kitty?
School teacher.
That she
What's
school teacher.
Sure.
So when she shares
Yeah.
her messages of hope, she's like a school teacher,
Yeah.
right, Kitty?
You want to hear a joke? God loves
so
you.
it's,
God
There
loves
you-
you.
God loves you, she says.
Yeah.
that's right. So that's what I would say is find hope, find God in the small things. Because it's those small things, if we can find that hope and beauty in the small things, that's going to help us live each day.
Yeah.
Sometimes the days get boring, they seem pretty similar, but do a little something different every day.
Yeah.
Something small. Get dressed up for dinner.
Yeah.
Invite some friends for dinner by FaceTime. I know some people doing that.
Yeah.
Turn some
Yeah.
little moments, turn some little
thoughts.
moments of your day into special moments.
Happy
Because
thoughts
no 2 days are the same. Each day is a gift from God.
from God.
Spending time with us this morning and just for sharing your smile and your heart and your spirit with
Happiness.
us. And we wish you and yours and everyone at
La
the university
joie.
and at Loyola House many blessings. Thank you.
Thank you so
Love
much. God bless and thanks for sharing your joy. Bye-bye. Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks.
Welcome.
I see Daryl's beard.
Yeah. His own beard.
Hey, Daryl, how are you?
I'm great. We have Ricky coming up next as our next guest.
What's that? The sound's not so great.
Ricky is up here next, so we're going to interview Ricky next.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, he's going to be right there.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Sorry, we have to
Hey,
come back here.
Ricky.
Sorry,
Hello,
Kitty.
how are you? Daryl, should I sign out then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, friend.
Okay. Thanks a lot. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Father John.
Father John.
Hello. Bye-bye. Thanks, Kitty.
Bye. Bye, Jeff.
Bye-bye.
Our next guest is Ricky, who lives at Jericho House. And Ricky is part of our day program. And we miss Ricky so much because our day program hasn't been running for
Hello.
about 4 weeks now.
Yes.
So we're just going to try to get Ricky on here.
Father looks good, eh?
He does. Father looks fantastic.
Yeah, I like
And it
Father.
was a really lovely
I did
message.
good.
Kitty, while we're waiting for Ricky, did you want to maybe
Hello.
Here he is.
sing
Hey.
a song for people? Do you have a little song you can sing?
I can't see him.
We can't
Hello.
see you. We can hear you, Ricky, but we can't see you.
Hi, Ricky.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Yay.
Ricky. Who's that?
Hi, Ricky.
Ricky.
Hello.
Hi, Ricky. How you doing?
So,
Sue.
hello.
Hello.
Do you want to tell everybody your name and where you live? Can you hear me, Ricky?
Yeah, I hear you good. Are you good here?
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Ricky.
We see again shoe.
Do you,
Shoe.
what?
Hello.
What? Why don't you tell everybody your name and where you live?
Ricky Kaye. Ricky Kaye.
Uh-huh. And where do you live?
I live in New York.
No, you don't. No, you don't live in New York.
Oh, come on. Now.
You're fooling us.
Full of beans.
Oh, look.
Hi.
Yeah. Ricky, how are you today?
What do you want?
I asked how are you today?
Ricky?
Really good. Really good.
I could see you're sitting outside enjoying the sunshine and the fresh air.
A nice day, eh? A little
Yeah.
windy, eh?
Yeah. How are
Yeah.
you? What are you guys up to today?
I don't know.
You're just enjoying your
Uh,
time?
Outside.
I go for a walk later and
Hi, Laura.
Shoe.
Yes.
Shoe. What you did last night? Shoe. Last night, shoe.
Well, last night I played games with my kids and I went for a walk with my dog. And Kitty, what did
One
you
dog,
do last
eh?
night?
Oh, we play bowling, Ricky.
So here at the house, Kitty said that we have this big bowling game, and people, because usually people go out and bowl on Thursday nights, right, Kitty?
Yeah,
So we have a bowling game at the house, and you
Yeah.
guys did that in the house.
bowling. Everybody did it.
What did you do last night, Ricky?
Ricky.
And too much last night. Not too much.
Not too much. Did you watch some TV?
I'm not. Well, I like the new movie, the new show, eh?
The new movie?
What's it called?
I forgot the name.
Oh. Well. What else is new, Ricky? How are you managing the days? Do you miss us? Do we miss you?
You miss Ricky's show, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Eh?
did.
Yeah, shoe.
Yes.
Shoe.
Yes.
I mean, hot dog.
Hot dog!
Hot dog!
That's what we're making for lunch here today. Hot dogs on the barbecue.
Thank you.
Oh, well, your place there, right?
Over
Yeah,
at Bethany
our
House.
house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing to do, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And how are your housemates, Ken and Reed, doing?
How's Ken?
Really, Kenny don't feel good last night. Kenny?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, Kenny don't feel good last night, eh?
Oh, we're sorry to hear that.
Kenny.
Yeah, last night really. Oh boy.
Okay.
How's Reed?
So, what are you, you're just sitting out there with Laura right now.
Hi,
How is
Laura.
your friend Laura
Yeah.
doing?
Hi, Laura.
What you want to get, shoe?
How is your friend Laura doing?
How's Laura?
Really good Laura, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys taking good care of her? Oh, he froze.
What you do today, shoe?
Well, right now we're talking to
They
you.
will have a party like yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay?
I
Oh,
said
yeah.
we're talking to you right now on the computer.
And the cell phone here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to people, like to make them feel happy?
Better?
Why they, eh?
right, you can tell.
Shoe.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my big passport from Toronto. They will know that passport from Toronto, the big one, eh?
Yeah.
Big popsicle
Go
sticks?
big.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been building things with popsicle
No.
sticks.
We're for the new passport from Toronto.
Toronto.
There's new ones coming
Oh,
in.
there's
Probably
more
there,
coming in
right?
from Toronto.
Yeah.
That's
Shoe.
awesome.
Yeah, Ricky?
Yeah, well, let's say shoe now.
Yeah. Ricky,
Sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a message of hope or say something really to make people happy who are watching?
Yeah, why that's on the cell phone there, right?
Yeah. What do you want to say to people to make them feel happy?
About me.
What about you?
About people in the world.
About
Ricky.
Laura, eh?
Yeah.
Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hello.
How you doing? Where?
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hi,
Hello.
Laura. Friend.
Hello.
So Ricky, we're glad that you're doing well and that you're being creative with the popsicle sticks and that you're getting fresh air and sunshine. We want to
We're running out of. We have.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do today? So what are you doing today, Sue?
well, we're gonna say goodbye to you soon and then we're gonna go have lunch with everybody.
Have
So
lunch, eh?
yeah, it was
Bye,
really nice to see you, Ricky.
Bye,
Yeah, yeah,
Ricky.
Bye,
Bye,
Ricky.
Laura.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Ricky.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Laura.
So there you have it. There's Ricky. He's got a real gift for comedy, and you never know what he's gonna say next. And we miss him and his housemates very much, eh, Kitty?
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually we spend the day with
more
Ricky.
time with him.
Yeah, But we'll be together again soon. won't we? In a way, we will. And in a way, we are together.
Together all time.
That's right. So are we calling Chantel?
Yeah.
All right, Kitty, do you want to grab the phone? And we're going to dial our friend Chantel, who is a core member who lives independently. She's part of our vocational program. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Oh, speakerphone. There we go. I'm not very. Oh, hello, Chantel.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Thanks so much for letting us call you and being on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Kitty, do you have any questions for Chantel?
How's your sister?
Good.
How's your dad?
Good.
You're a lovely friend.
Thank you.
You're
Well,
welcome.
geez. The love is just flowing here today on
Yeah.
Let's Talk. Now, Chantel, we just shared a picture. Kitty's pretty artistic, and we know that you are, we call you the craft queen over here. Have you been doing a lot of more crafts to kind of fill your days, Chantel?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us about some of the things that you've been doing?
I'm doing the wreath that I made for Karen. I did that one for Christmas one.
Yep.
And I'm doing another one.
Amazing. So for those of you who don't know, Chantel has this really wonderful gift of putting together thematic wreaths for friends and family. And Chantel, you also really got into paint pouring for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So Chantel and I went to a do-it-yourself paint pour night locally, and the next thing I know, Chantel is doing this at home, and you were giving people some of your art as gifts, and you really blossomed into that, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Chantel, can you tell us how are you feeling? Like, are you keeping well? Are you managing okay? Because I know that you're probably not working right now.
I'm not working at all right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I still manage. I got my sister to bring me some groceries.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you have your family helping you out?
Yes.
That's awesome. And aside from the arts and crafts, how else are you spending your time?
Just cleaning up and watching TV and movies.
Yeah, kind of like the rest of us, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chantel, do you have a kind of a message of hope for people who might be feeling really lonely or scared or alone during this time? What would you say to people to give them hope?
Well, I just hope this thing can go away soon, and just keep praying for we can cure this thing very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Just have the faith and just keep the faith.
So that seems to be a pretty popular theme for people when they give messages of hope, Chantel, is to keep the faith, to have hope, and know that we will see each other again soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So now Kitty, okay, so Kitty has, because you were a call-in guest today, Kitty, did you want to get one of your black and white prints? We are giving our guests Kitty Kehoe original artworks. So this one here is a black and white original print. So that's going to be sent to you, and maybe you can put that on your wall. or your fridge. Kitty, is there anything you wanted to say about this?
It's art and colors.
Right. And Kitty, how do you feel when you make these things for people?
I feel better and concentration.
There is a lot of concentration, you're right, Kitty, that goes into this. So Chantel, Kitty wanted you to have this for being one of our guests.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So was there anything else you wanted to share or say, Chantel?
I just miss everyone.
Yeah, we miss you too. We really do. And know that we're holding you in thought, and you know, if you need anything, just call us. We miss you and we love you.
And we'll be here.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
All right, Chantel, you have a lovely day. Hopefully you can go outside and enjoy some of that sunshine.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being part of Let's Talk with Large Sudbury.
Well, you have a wonderful day too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chantel.
Bye, Chantel.
Well, there you have it, Kitty.
Yay.
Episode 2 in the books.
705.
Oh, right.
86.
So we are going to do a Kitty Kehoe original art giveaway.
Yay.
We're going to take caller number 3, call 705-586-0996. So the third time that this phone calls, that's going to be our winner. So call in now.
Yeah, man.
Do, 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 do. Call in if you want a Kitty Kehoe original piece of art. We'll take the first caller. We're not picky. Oh! My goodness, here we go. This is so exciting. Hello, who's this?
Hello, it's Jen CC.
Jen CC!
Winner! Chicken dinner! Jen CC! Congratulations, Jen CC! Kitty, did you want to say anything to Jen C for winning your artwork?
Yes, Jen, you won a card that with my colors and my artist doing.
So grateful, Kitty. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks so much for calling in. For those of you who don't know, Jennifer CC is our board president and a very good friend, longtime friend of the community. So I know that this artwork's going to be hung proudly in your house, Jen.
Jen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a wonderful program.
Wonderful day.
All right, Jen, you have a lovely day.
Woo!
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jen.
Well,
That's
Kitty,
good. That's good, Jen.
that is good. How do you feel? We have our second episode in the book.
Happy.
You feel happy. Now, Kitty, do you have a message of hope for our viewers before we sign off?
Just tune in and be happy, and you got your prayer.
There you go. Tune in, be happy, and you have your prayers. This is it. I'm Suzanne Thibault.
I'm Kitty Kill. So,
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Woo!